So we've been doing some testing with our new Kibler Colonial in 54 caliber, and so far it's done nothing but impress me. I got a few people that said on the first video I didn't seem to like it too much. It's not that I don't like it. I really do. I'm just really used to my Southern Mountain rifle, and that's my favorite flintlock. But every time I take this one out, and this will be the third time now, I like it a little bit more. And after we got it sighted in, we put it on paper and we got it sighted in, which really didn't take much. I wanted to get some velocities off of the loads that it did best at. And so the three loads that it did best at was 80 grains of 3F Swiss with a 530 ball and a 20 thousandths patch, 100 grains of 2F with the same ball and patch, and 120 grains of 2F with the same ball and patch. And it did really well. Now, I'm not going to bother showing you any of that stuff because personally I think bench resting and shooting at paper is pretty much about as boring and tedious as it gets, but that's just my opinion, so you'll have to take my word for it. But I wanted to get some velocities off of it just to see really where it's at. So, here it is. Okay, so this is 80 grains of 3F Swiss with a 530 ball and a 20 thousandths patch. $17.48.
Damn. Really?
Yes.
That's moving.
That's moving as fast as my 45 does.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, shot number 2. $17.49.
First one was 1748.
That was, man.
That's consistent.
That's shot number 3. $17.68. That's impressive.
That's bitching.
So the 80 grain load had an average velocity of 1,755 with a max spread of 20 and hits with 1,587 foot-pounds of energy. So this is 100 grains of 2F Swiss with a 530 ball and a 20 thousandths patch. Still getting used to this thing.
Whoa. And what are we at? 90?
100 grains.
100 grains?
Thank you. All right, so this is shot number 2 with the 100 grains of 2F Swiss.
Nothing hits the gong power.
Duplicate 1912.
All right.
Try that one more time.
All right.
Okay, shot number 3 with 100 grains of 2F Swiss. $18.98.
Man, that's cooking.
Let me do one more until I got 3 shots.
All right.
All right, shot number 4, technically, with the 100 grains of 2F Swiss. $19.28. So with 100 grains of 2F, the average velocity was 1,912 with a max spread of 30, and it hits with 1,883 foot-pounds of energy. Right. 120 grains of 2F Swiss with a 530 ball and a 20 thousandths patch.
Yeah, hard smack.
2,086.
Damn!
Now remember when I said I bet it's going to be 2020?
Yeah. Okay, shot number 2 with 120 grains of 2F Swiss.
That's a hard smack, man.
Rock Jake. See it go back.
2,095.
Dang.
That's moving.
That's screaming.
Okay, so shot number 3, 120 grains of 2F Swiss.
Man.
Even with that wobble, he nailed it.
2,090.
Dude, that's border.
With 120 grains of 2F, the ball is traveling 2,090 feet per second with a max spread of 4, and it hits with 2,250 foot-pounds of energy.
Now, this next one I'm going to show you is with 1F Swiss. Now, I don't typically use 1F Swiss or 1F anything, but I have been doing some experiments with it in some 10 gauge shotgun holes and a couple of other things. I did try it in my brown vest and a couple other things. So I was able to get some. And since I had it with me, I just decided to put it through there and just see what would happen. So here's that. Okay, so 100 grains of 1F Swiss with a 530 ball and a 20 thousandths patch.
All right. Saying 220. Think it's slower?
Holy cow. 1631.
Whoa.
And you could feel the difference, man.
You called it.
All right, so this is shot number 2 with the 100 grains of 1F Swiss.
Yeah.
Okay, one more. All right, so this is shot number 3.
3 or 4, I don't know.
Well, it's either shot number 3 or 4.
It's one of them.
With the 1F Swiss. $17.19. Why was that first shot so low?
No, it is shot 3.
That was shot 3.
I'm not sure. That is kind of odd.
Let me do one more.
Yeah. Do another.
Okay, so this is shot number 4 with the 100 grains of 1F Swiss.
Good.
1713. I don't know why that first shot was so low. That's kind of strange.
Yeah.
But
Now, every once in a while, when I get a shot that's 100 or more foot per second lower than the average, I will generally discount it and just take a couple more shots just to make sure. Because every once in a while, that patch will go through there or something, and it'll slow it down and give me a bad reading. So, with the 100 grain load of 1F, it averaged 1,721 feet per second with a max spread of 18 and hits with 1,526 foot-pounds of energy, which is pretty similar to the 80 grain load of 3F. So here's the breakdown between all the loads. The 100 grain load of 1F and the 80 grain load of 3F are practically the same in velocity and power. But overall, for easy shooting, the 80 grain load of 3F was best on paper and is easiest to shoot. Not that the 120 grain load doesn't function or work well, and with that kind of power and velocity, you could take some pretty big critters with that.
So you can see by the 80 grain charge, the first one, that I was a little surprised that it was able to make that kind of velocity. I just wasn't expecting that big old ball to move that fast. My 45 is that fast with 50 grains and a 440 ball and a 20 thousandths patch. And so I was just a little surprised. Now, I reckon that long barrel has something to do with it because everyone else that I shoot with that does have a 54, the barrel is, I think, probably half the length, if not shorter. So I reckon that has something to do with it. But overall, I was really, really impressed with the velocities and the power and the energy that that thing can put down with that kind of charge. 120 grains for that rifle, in my opinion, is not anything out of the box. I'm sure someone would disagree, but in my humble opinion, that thing will eat 120 grains worth of powder all day long, and you could chuck that ball at almost 2,100 feet per second, and that's really powerful. So, overall, really happy with it. It really shoots great. I don't have any complaints at all, and the more I shoot that thing, the more I like it. So, As usual, folks, if you thought this video didn't suck, do me a favor and hit the like button and consider subscribing. And if you did think it sucked, well, then go make your own damn video.